So what's going on, guys? This is Tates, and I'm bringing you another episode of How to GB. And naturally, when I first record the commentary, my PC decides it's going to register the front mic on my PC, which doesn't have anything plugged into it, instead of my headset, which is the obvious thing to do. So I've got to do this again, and it's 7:10 in the morning, and I'm fucking knackered. But what we got here is the 4v4 that you saw in the last episode. But this one is the game on Underground. The first one was on Lockdown, and you'll see I take my normal rush straight into the broken passage there, which doesn't go very well. Normally I rush into station, but there's always someone waiting for me there. But recently I've been found that happens. I'm thinking I might switch it up again soon. I don't know. But you'll see SiimOo's trying to hold out around this B-bomb here. I think he's last alive at this stage already. And he gets a nice little two-piece there, a bit gap in between them, but I'll call it a two-piece because he's a boss. And he's going to push in through this B area. He's just protecting it, making sure that he's moving around the bomb. He doesn't want to stay in the same place that he's killed a couple of people from, because that's where they're going to be expecting him to be. And at this point it's getting a bit low on time, and I think he sees the guy just here, because he comes around here and just picks straight on him like that. And that's pretty much the round over. He managed to clutch the 3 people there. You'll see it on Lockdown. I can't really explain what he was doing too well, because I don't know the thought process I have. Obviously I'm not him. But from a competitive point of view, basically it's just you kill people, you move, you get back, and you kill someone else, you move, you get back, and you just watch the likely positions. You just sort of look at it and go, what would I do if I was the other bloke, and then go and counter it. But obviously it becomes a massive mind game when you get to the end of it and things like that. But now we have the offense round, and I'm going to do what I normally do, because most people will sort of think, although they planted B the first time, a lot of people still think everyone plants A on Underground. It's a stupid thing to think. But one thing that does go into that favour is they then sort of think once one person's at A, they assume everyone's at A. And then people that were going to protect B just sort of go over there. So I always check this window, because another thing a lot of people don't realise on this map is you can get to the spot I was just in before they can get to the spot where they can see you there. And you'll see the whole team's been picked off by the time I get into the back of the spawn. Not ideal, obviously, but I'm thinking that, you know, SiimOo managed to clutch them last round. Maybe they're anticipating a single player to be doing this sort of a normal thing to do. So I'm going to come around the back of this spawn, try and come from where they've just come from. They've obviously just rushed my team. They're not expecting me to be behind them, surely, because they had one person rushing all the areas. So I'm going to get round onto A, and I'm going to try and plant it, because as I think I explained in the last video, although I recorded like 8 different commentaries from that, so I can't remember what I uploaded, I do prefer to play the objective, but I noticed they're coming for me pretty quickly. So I fake the plant so they come and rush in to try and find me, and then I kill that guy, and I managed to get lucky with the gunfight up there, but then some guy's chasing me with the Magnum because his team's told him where I am, and I do manage to get picked up pretty nicely here. And he just comes out and takes me out with it. I think his other guy's just round the corner as well. I had all 4 on me. Not much I could do about that one, but oh well, it's only 1-1, so we're going to try and push forward now. We have the defense side again. Last time I got picked up really fast in that underground area, so it's obviously not a good idea to rush through there. They're going to be expecting the rush, they're going to be waiting for me, but they're not going to be in the same place. That'd be stupid. So I don't know where they're going to be, they know where I'm likely to be, so I'm going to change it up as well. I'm going to come back here. You'll see Maxi and Restless managed to pick 2 of them up real fast. So I'm going to push forward now. They're going to have to do something a little bit different. You'll see Royal Alpha manages to get Maxi there. So now it's a 3-on-2 situation. I'm going to take the underground flank, because the underground flank is one most people don't predict. So likely to happen is he's going to be waiting for the flank from station. As you'll see, he was doing, look, he's looking into station to see what they're doing. But I came from underground somewhere where I didn't think he'd expect me to come in and take him. I can't stress enough how much in competitive flanking helps me so much, because I'm not going to lie, I'm crap at COD. I can't play any fair gunfight at all, so I make it sure all my gunfights are unfair, and I play the mind game rather than the gun game. And as you'll see there, I don't really expect him to be in there. I was expecting him to be more around the objective, but it doesn't really matter. He's managing to get his kills that way. He's obviously playing well, and SiimOo's looking out on that kill there, because he knows this person's got to go somewhere. And you'll see Restless just jump straight into the kill cam at the end, just for a bit of fun. This is a day where we were having a pretty good streak. We had a lot of wins on the same day, so we were pretty relaxed. We were just having fun with the stuff we're doing. And then what you're about to see happen really is, for no particular reason, my gameplay that wasn't that good anyway just goes to shit now, and I don't even know why. But we're going to try this B rush just like we did last time, except Maxi changed his route a little bit and I just stun him straight in the face. Just go down there, look, check he's alright, he's holding out. So we push back up through to B, check the usual spots, just need to make sure that any mistakes we make can get covered over. We're going to push straight through. I don't think a lot's happened, but I haven't been checking it too strongly. I'm a little bit tired, but we're going to push through it into here. I'm just checking all the trains and stuff, checking the sides of it, and do the silent drop. Now, silent drop is an important manoeuvre in a lot of maps. You'll see I'm getting shot here, just covered behind the bomb. It's nothing special, so I'll explain the silent drop. silent dropping somewhere in maps, there's a lot of places where people can drop down. Normally what you do in that situation is you would drop down straight onto the bomb and start planting. What I did was I jumped onto the little chair things, because they make you completely silent when you drop if you've got dead silence, which means they don't hear you other than your leg crunch you'd normally do. And then what you saw after that, if you have the memory span to listen and remember things you've just done at the same time, is I then moved straight back round after being seen and try and pull around the back. But they obviously knew I was in underground after me panic knifing the other guy, so they were just waiting for me to come out. So I thought, fuck it, might as well come out, take my chances and hope they haven't got into position yet, but obviously they have. Pulls it back to 2-all, and what we've got here is the defensive round again. Last time it worked really well, and we holding back. We managed to win that round, I think, or at least I didn't die straight off the spawn, which is always an improvement from doing so. So I'm just going to hold back again, just going to wait, see if he comes in, see if my team can pull out the same double kill they did last time. But obviously the team's a little bit more prepared for it. I see this guy in B, and I see my teammate comes out again, so I'm thinking maybe he's pushed it up a little more than we might have wanted him to. I'll lob the nade in there in case he's chasing, and you'll see Royal Alpha's taking Maxi there. So I think it's either 4v3 or 3v3, we're barely at a disadvantage anyway. So I'm going to push into this building. I know there was a guy in there, I'm just going to look about for him. I don't really see him, but I think I just saw the red dot, which was probably him outside. So I'm just going to play it slow, have a little look around B. I'll think about jumping out and then decide that's a stupid idea, because he's probably about somewhere which I just haven't seen. So I'm going to flank right back round into my spawn. He's obviously looked over there at some point to make sure I'm not completely camping my ass off. But obviously I'll come back in afterwards, and he is still at the back there. I don't quite know what's going on. I can't remember who I've got with me at the moment. It looks like it's Restless there, and at this point I just sort of accept that I'm dead. I'll get in there, I'm completely off guard. It's just I'm not going to win the gunfight if I engage it, so I'm just going to try and run away. And it doesn't happen, but you can see Restless here. He's going to be watching his corners, he's looking around into places where he's expecting the enemy to be aimed down sight, so that he's always more prepared than they are. Because the enemy's not going to know when they're looking at him, but if the rest of us anticipates them being everywhere, he's not really going to be snuck on too much. Which you'll see ends up being quite the ironic thing to say about how he's playing at the moment in a second, because he's looking around at A and he's like, oh, okay, there's no one there, and then like the one place he didn't look and that's where they were. But that's just how it is, and he got taken out on this catwalk here. So now it's 3-2 to them, and we're sort of thinking, ah shit, we're going to have to pull something out properly. And we've got the offense side, so what I normally do is at this stage, because the tactic side that I normally play in with an underground search and destroy, is that we pick one bomb really early and we focus that bomb, and then when we need to turn things around we just flip it straight to the other bomb, just throw the team off guard, and we start storming onto A here. And I have the little point where I drop down here, but I think we're probably not the first team to have pulled this move on these guys before, and you'll see I get some nice assists and then stun Maxi straight in the face again. He's having a tough time dodging my stuns this game, mainly because I'm just shit with them. And I'm a complete spoon with a stun. Like the amount of times you'll see me stun myself or my teammate, or just completely fuck it up, it goes off the map or out a random ass window into nothing. But I'm just going to run, I'm just going to bomb it into underground. Right? If they're in station waiting for me, they're going to get me whether I look for them or not. So I'm just going to bomb it past fast as possible. And I don't know if they've seen me or not, so I'm just going to hold it back a little bit. I'm not going to rush straight out there. But the whole team's dead. I can't quite remember how many of them they got down, but I think I'm only against 2, maybe 3 at most. So I'm just going to move around. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remember the last match I played against them. The last match I played against them was on lockdown. And what I did on lockdown was one round I just rushed straight at them. And another round I started moving from side to side. I think it was SiimOo was doing a lot of moving around the map. And then on another round we stayed back quite a lot. So we've introduced the fact that we can do 3 playstyles, which is a good thing to do, because then what happens is they don't automatically predict that you're going to do one of them, which although you could play that to do something different, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them the options of what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to pretend to do something else. So what I've done is I've stayed around B a lot, which what I'm hoping is going to do is convince them that I'm at B. If I stay around B a lot of the time and they suddenly notice I'm nowhere near A, and I haven't been around near A a lot, I'm not rushing into them, and I'm not switching the sides around, so he's obviously playing it slow at B. So I come down to A and I so nearly get this plant off, and then this guy comes out and kills me at the end. And we end up losing that one 4-2. But we've got the next match, which is another search and destroy one, because this was a search and destroy GB. And anyone who's watched this series enough is going to know what map it's on, because I don't think I've played a GB in months, or at least uploaded one, which didn't have a game on bootleg. So I will see you on that one.